All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're talking about the big fight coming up, and that is between Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney for Brian Norman Jr.'s 147-pound WBO championship. And some big predictions being made for the fight. As one of my most knowledgeable boxing friends lets me know and lets the world know that Devin is going to win by KO, which tells me without a doubt that Devin Haney is going to get beat up. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division where there is a fight that I am looking very much forward to. And it unfortunately is on the undercard of the David Benavidez-Anthony Yard. It's going to be a rehab season card where you have Devin the Dream Haney fighting Brian Norman Jr. And I am excited about the fight because it is either going to put Devin Haney back on top or we're going to have a new, exciting, young American champion in Brian Norman Jr. So in the lead into this fight, I am leaning on and listening to all of the different renowned boxing experts on YouTube, Twitter, and the like to try to get a sense of which way this fight is going to go, because this is definitely brute strength, youth, energy against the veteran experience and tactical expertise of the pillow-fisted Devin the Dream Haney. Man, I'm amped, but Greg Hackett, shout out to Greg Hackett. Greg Hackett is a regular contributor to YSM Sports Media. Greg Hackett has his own channel, the Greg Hackett podcast. I think it's GHP, but you definitely should know who Greg Hackett is. Definitely check him out. He gave his prediction, renewed prediction for this fight. And he said originally that he had Devin by decision. But he has now, since then, sat in, watched Devin Haney spar, and now he's got Devin Haney by stoppage. And specifically, he said that he has Devin Haney by 9th round stoppage. When I heard that, I was like, wow, I am really shocked because of only one or two things can possibly be happening here. Either Snack is jumping in real heavy. And I mean, Victor Conti better be doing his job way better than he's been doing it in the past to get Devin Haney finally to the point where he's got his man strength. So that's the scenario one that could bring that about, and some bricks in his gloves. Scenario two is that Greg Hackett is just trolling because Greg had a fight with Brian Norman Sr. and those camps don't get along all that well. Man, I am really sitting up here thinking like, man, what a hard fight. What a hard fight to call. Really, truly is, man. Because first and foremost, Devin is a very accomplished fighter. He is an undisputed champion at 135 pounds, and he did sit down on his punches with Vasily Lomachenko, go at Vasily Lomachenko, who is definitely a Hall of Fame fighter. Now, the size and the strength and all of that is going to be different between Brian Norman Jr., obviously, and Vasily Lomachenko, but Vasily Lomachenko's skill, his adaptability, the different angles and the things and the problems that he put out there for Devin Haney to solve, that was no easy task for Devin Haney to walk out with that win. Now, many people say, well, Fanon or Martin, because my name is Martin. Hey, Martin, I don't really think that Devin Haney won that fight with Vasily Lomachenko. I think Vasily Lomachenko really won that fight. That's fine and dandy, but it was close enough of a fight where you can see that Devin Haney definitely got the experience, and he had his moments. Vasily Lomachenko had his moments, but I think he really did show that he was a highly skilled fighter. Now, the downside of it is obviously what happened with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia has a lot of people losing confidence in Devin. However, just like the Gervonta Davis fight with Lamont Roach, where you have a lot of familiarity, you can have a lot of problems. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney have fought each other 6 times in the amateurs. I do believe that they split between each other. So there's a lot of familiarity on Ryan Garcia's part with Devin that he could rely upon that Brian Norman will not have, right? So Brian Norman is somebody that he's a tactical fighter. He's a bright fighter, but he's a young fighter with not a lot of experience. And he has not fought the level of competition that Devin Haney has. That said, I don't really believe Greg Hackett's prediction. I got love and respect for Greg Hackett, but I think this is going to go the way of the prediction that Greg had, where I know he was trolling. Don't get me wrong, because he said that Lima was going to knock down Jaron Ennis, and it was going to be a tough fight. In that instance, I think Greg was just kind of having fun, trying to sell a fight, trying to bring energy to the fight. And I don't think that's the case here, but I do think that is the case. That very well may be the case at the end of the day, because there's no way in the world that anybody is going to convince me that Bill Haney and Devin Haney truly wanted this fight. That's where, for me, the issue comes in, because they were put in a position of having to fight Brian Norman Jr. They did not look and chase for Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Sr. said that there was supposed to be a 3-fight deal for Devin Haney, where Devin was going to fight Jose Ramirez, then he was going to fight Ryan Garcia, then they were going to have a trilogy with Ryan Garcia that was going to make him like $36 million, something like that. Big amount of money. Well, unfortunately, that didn't happen because Ryan Garcia blew it. So maybe what they'll try to do is get him past Brian Norman and then get back into the Ryan Garcia thing. But honestly, Brian Norman Jr. seems to be a much, much tougher out than even Ryan Garcia is. So maybe what the end of the day is they'll try to then move Ryan Garcia up there to try to fight Brian Norman Jr. after that for his title, and maybe Ryan Garcia can beat him and then he can be the champion. But it's just going to be interesting to see how these guys orchestrate this, how they try to play it, because at the end of the day, man, these dudes know where they want to go with these titles, and it's going to be up to the competitors themselves to try to switch up on what they're trying to do. I don't believe that Devin Haney is in the long-term future of Turki Al-Sheikh and those guys. I just don't believe it. And but Brian Norman possibly could be. I don't think so either. I really think these guys are going to try to aim it at guys like Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia. I just don't have a lot of faith in these guys and what they want to do for American fighters. It's just for Black American fighters. Let me put it that way, but for Black American fighters. But at the end of the day, can't wait for the fight. Hope it does really, really well. I know that it's not a lot of people going to be watching it because it's going to be another pay-per-view on DAZN, expensive pay-per-view on DAZN. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.